What's up, everybody? Daniel here. Okay, I am officially live. Uh, okay, I didn't prepare for this. I just decided that, hey, listen, I have some form of an assessment to complete, and you know what? You know what? I'm gonna live stream the whole thing. I'm gonna live stream the whole thing, and who knows, this might be the beginning of something really, really good. So I'm excited. I have caffeine right here, of course. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna get rid of this. Alright, cool. So we have some an assessment here. Okay. I need to create a folder. So I'll name it assignment 3. I'm gonna make folders. Question 1, mkdir q1, mkdir q2. And what I'll do is I'll add these to the workspace. Okay. Am I even visible? I think that's better. Okay. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do here is, so this is how it's gonna go, right? Damn. Over here, we're gonna be coding, and then here we'll be running my program, and then this will be the question paper. So this is assignment 3. Yes, assignment 3, question 1, and then there's question 2, question 3, and then there's question 4. So I'm gonna try and do this as quick as I can. There may be certain things that I may need to check up because you can't remember everything in programming, but okay, there we go. All right, so let's see what the question 1 says. Before that, I just want to check. I'm having issues with my page not showing. I thought it was supposed to show like that I'm live streaming over here, but that's not the case, and that's bugging me out. Okay, at least this is showing up here. Okay, I guess that's fine. Okay, cool. Anyway. Okay, so the question says, I'm on campus. Just wait, what? Just hold on. I'm just trying to. This is my very first stream, really. So. Just hold on. I'm just trying to. This is my very first stream, really. So. Wow, what I'm noticing is that it's very slow. Like the actions that I'm doing, you only get to see them. Wow, what I'm noticing is that it's very slow. Like the actions that I'm doing, you only get to see them. Okay. All right. Yo, if I won't be able to. I don't know where the comment section is. But anyway, let me just do this assignment and get it over and done with. Okay, your filing status. Your filing status options are to file a single married filing joint married filing jointly, married filing separately, or qualified window. Write a C++ switch statement to determine each case of the filing status. What the hell? Use individual tax rates applied in assignment 2, question 2.1. Write a C++ program that prompts the user to enter the taxable income and computes the income tax for the year. Okay. Let's go to question 1. What's question 1? Oh, okay. I see what they want us to do. So they want me to basically determine if someone is single or married. Like determine if person is single or married. And then after that, if single, then use the text brackets that we already coded. If married, then I need to mute my phone now since this guy's not coming. I'm gonna put it on D&D. Alright, if you're married, then add the two incomes. After adding the two incomes, we then calculate the tax. Married filing separately. Use individual tax rates applied in question 2.1. Qualified widow. Your income is your income minus 100,000, but then do I still calculate the tax rates though? Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave it as this. Okay, etc. All right, so I'm gonna create functions here. But that doesn't make sense. I'm gonna create a function. Okay, so first things first, the assignment, right? The question 2 that I had done is right here. I think it's this. Can you see? This is the question. This is question 1. Input, get the employee salary. Okay. So I'm just going to take all of this and put it in a function. This stuff, and then I'll explain it afterwards. Um, so this is not calculating the tax rate. Insert your income, and then it calculates the percentage, and then it returns your income tax for the year is, and then it also returns your total income after tax, and yeah, total income before tax and total income after tax. So the question is saying, prompt the user to enter the taxable amount and calculate the income tax for the year. So I have to create a function. So the calculate tax rate is fine. It's a void. That's cool. And then now I have to have another function. Function to calculate the tax rate. And then now we're going to have another function. Function to calculate the that's the tax rate. This one needs to calculate not calculate, function to get the filing info. So it's going to be, what does it return? It returns the status. So is it a string? Doesn't make sense for me to declare it a string. Can't be a boolean. I'll return a string and I'll say filing So I'm just going to use a case here. I'm going to say case, no, switch, switch status, case, case 1. And then this is if the user is single, and then I'm gonna say case 2 would be this is if the user is married jointly, and then case 3 this is when the user is married filing separate. Okay, cool. Now what's wrong with this thing? Include string. Now since I understand what I need to do, I can just get rid of those comments there. And then inside the switch statement, this is if the user is single. Now use the individual tax rates applied in assignment 2. So okay, so first things first, we need to, this is going to take an integer which is going to be the the status number. Okay, so I'll say status number, and then so depending on what amount the user passes in here, so here I'm gonna say std cout. Actually, I can just do that here. I can say std cout, enter your filing status number. Okay. And then I can just close that off, and then here we can just call the filing status. Okay, I will call, why doesn't it want me to, and then I'll pass in, so obviously there's something wrong here, and then I will, this is assignment, okay, cdq1 g++. I'm trying to run the program. Okay, so status number was declared, and status number was not declared in the scope. Switch status number. One will be single, and then 2 will be married, filing jointly. 3 is married, filing separately. Then 4 is qualified widow. Right, let's try that again. So we have status number. So what is it saying? Warning, ISO C++ for base declaration of main with no type. Int main. Okay, status number. Status number was not declared in the scope. Did you mean status number? What am I doing? XNC in. Okay, std c in. Just forgetting all the basics today. Okay, my code now compiles, so now I can compile and run. Enter your filing status number. Married. Okay, so oh, can I do this? I don't know if that'll work. Okay, that works. Yes, like that. There we go. So now it says enter your filing status number, single, married, filing jointly, blah blah blah, and then now you need to select, and then it breaks because nothing happens after that. So that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Let's see what we can do now. So what the question paper asks us is if one, then it says use your individual tax rates applied in question 2.1. Since we already wrote that code, here we can just call the function, which is calculate the tax rate. But the problem is this thing already asks the user how much their income is. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, so I can just call this and then break after that. Yeah, like that. Let's say we're single, enter your total income for the year, 30,000, enter, and then it says your total income for the year is this, your income tax for the year is that, and your total income after tax is that. So that's it. So it works. That's very simple. And then here, what they do is that filing jointly is that at the incomes, I'll just say okay, so this one will also be used here. And then case 2, what I can do is I can just ask the user to insert their total income. I know this code doesn't look as clean, and then I get their total income. Let me just copy this total income. I'll just double total income, double total. I'll say double income 1 and income 2, and then I'll say what? Okay, and then see in income 1, this is income 2. Okay. Okay, so this then we get income 1 and we get income 2, and then we can just std cout your calculation is what do I do? There we go. Okay. And then lastly, for this one, this is just one income. So insert income 1, and then it says your calculation is income 1 minus 10 100,000. So filing status is returns a void, so this was not needed here. So I'll just, oh, okay, that's fine. All right, let's see. Let's run that. Okay, so we have a problem with the CINs. What else? Redeclaration of double income 1. Let's say income 3. CN. What? What? Void filing status error. CN was declared in the scope. Did you mean it's STDC in? CN was not declared in the scope. Oh. Okay, let's say we are a qualified widow. My income is maybe, and then okay, let's do that again. For 300,000. Yes, 300,000 minus 200 minus 100,000 is 200,000. Okay. No, that's for, so this is supposed to be insert the income for you. Yeah, and then let's just start the other functions. Married filing jointly 100, the second spouse is 400, your calculation is 500. Enter your total income for the year. Why am I entering my total income for the year? Oh, I'm not breaking. Oh, what? Oh, that's why these breaks are so important. Yeah. So let's do that again. Married filing jointly 200, 400, that's 600, and then it's done. Okay. I love semicolons. Okay, I think we're done here. We're done with question 1. All right. Question 2. Just in case someone comes and catches my stream empty-handed. Alright, I'll be back just now. I'm just trying to go. In fact, I'm not going to make myself a cup of coffee. I already have a cup of coffee. I'm just going to heat up my cup of coffee. I'll be back just now. All right. The boy is back. The boy is back. Okay. Let's see what we got here now. Okay. So we did question 1. Now it's just time to do question 2. BMI. I already did this question. This question I did it my matric year, my final school year. We had a question like this in my final paper. So what do we have? They say BMI body mass index is the whatever. If it's this, you're above weight, whatever. So write a program that calculates a person's BMI and displays the weight status according to the BMI value, indicating whether the person is overweight, healthy, or underweight, blah, 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 blah. The program should have the following functions. Get data. Okay, so returns their weight and height. This returns their weight and height. So what do they want me to do? They want me to return a pair, because I can include I can include pair. I think it's pair. So I could say std pair, but I think this is extreme. How can you return the weight and the height without using a pair? I think I have to use an array just to simplify things, because I'm trying to not. No, man. Get data. std pair int get data. So okay, std cout insert your weight, like that. Think std cin weight, and then we're gonna do the same with the height. We're gonna ask the user to insert their height and insert weight, insert height, and then I have to return std pair weight and weight. I don't know if this is allowed. I don't know if this syntax is allowed, but let's just try it out. Yeah. Let's just try this out. Let's see. This is in question 2. cdq2, and then I'm on a g++. Yeah. No such file. Include pair. include utility. Okay, now I guess that works. How do I, let me see. I think this should work. No? P dot first. Wait, I want to return a pair. Oh, okay, there we go. So I can just, so this is allowed. So what's the problem? This is not working. Weight is not declared in the scope. Oh, okay. Is that an int? Okay, cool. Insert your height 200, insert your weight 300. There we go. So that works finally after some googling. Second function, calculate BMI to calculate the BMI. Okay. So this returns a double. So calc BMI return 100. So let's see. So we're gonna get the data. We need to pass in the weight and the height. Data. So now it'll be, how do we calculate this? So its calculation is BMI is equals to weight. Okay, so I'm gonna say double BMI is equals to weight. So the weight is, it's gonna be data dot first divided by data dot second, but then this data dot second is going to be squared. I forgot how we square things in C++. Is it to the power of 2, like that? So is that it? So that's that. Okay, so calculate BMI takes in the pair, so I need to call get data. Then I need to pass in get calc BMI, and then here I'm gonna pass in the get data. Let me see. Display fitness results to display BMI and relevant status message. This takes. Okay, so if I create another function called void, and I say display fitness results, and then I pass in a double, which is the BMI, then inside this function I can just say I can use a switch statement. What do they want me to use here? If BMI is smaller than 18.5, then std cout you are underweight. Else if BMI is greater is what? Greater or equals to 18.5, or BMI is smaller or equals to 24.9, then std you are healthy. Else if BMI is greater or equals than 25.0, or BMI is smaller or equals than 29.9. There's probably a better way of writing all of this stuff in C++, but I don't really know those tools, so display fitness results. So can I call this Okay, you guys can see. Display fitness results takes a double, so it takes this. Now it says insert your weight. What's my weight? It's probably 80. Am I? No, 70. It's 70. What's your height? Is this in meters? Mine. Flip. In meters, I'm 1.8, and that's a double. So okay, cool. So I'm just gonna change. This is weight, and then I'll just make everything double. Yeah, let's try that again. What's my weight? 70 kg. What's my height? 1.8 meters. You are healthy. And those are my actual figures. Let's do someone who's same weight as me, 70 kg, but their height is very small, so maybe they are 1 meter tall. They are healthy. Interesting. Let's do someone whose weight is maybe 100 and their height is maybe 1.4. Okay, so everyone is healthy. Which shouldn't be the case. If your BMI is smaller than, here it says, else if your BMI is greater than 18.5 or BMI is smaller than 24.9, you are healthy. I need to get the BMI. STD, see out. What's the BMI, bruh? Oh, you are underweight. Shit. His height is 100. His height is 20 meters. Okay. I think it does work. What's your weight? 120 kgs. What's your height? 1.9 meters. You are healthy. BMI is 126. Why is he healthy? Okay, there's something I did wrong here. Oh, this is all. These are supposed to be and. These are supposed to be and. Yeah. You are obese. That's good. That works now. Question 2 is done. Now we can move on to question 3. It's like the main function is 5 marks and I just go ahead and do this. That's crazy. Anyway, moving on to question 3. I'm gonna create a new folder. Okay, and main return 0. All right. Just cleaning up. Okay. Hopefully the lecturer doesn't want comments. doesn't want comments to be part of the thing. So anyway, next question is, the A+ driving school wants a C++ program to determine whether a student passes an examination. Anyone who wants to learn to drive at the school has to write an examination paper consisting of 25 multiple choice questions. The student's answers are stored in an array called answers array. The correct answers are stored in another array, namely correct array. A student passes if 13 or more of these answers agree with the correct answers. 13 out of 25. If you have to write a bool function called pass or not to determine whether the student passes or not, the value true should be returned if the student passes and false if they don't. Assume the following. A declaration of global constant int num questions, 25 number of questions, 3 declarations in the main function, character answer array num questions, same with this one, correct array answer. This is the student answer, this is the correct answer, bool pass. These are declarations in the main. Okay, values have been assigned already to all the elements of the 2 arrays. Values have been assigned already to the elements of the 2 arrays. Oh, okay. The function is called in the main function as follows. Okay, write down the function pass or not. Ah man. Okay, that's not a difficult thing to do. Okay, let's start by declaring these global variables. That these ones go in the main function, and then values have been assigned to these things. So it's like values have already been assigned. Okay, let me just these are characters, bro. This is annoying because they're saying values have already been assigned, but they don't give us what we want. So I'm gonna copy this over and over and over and over and over and over again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. Okay, great. And then the correct array I'll take this this assumes that the student got everything correct. Okay, so this assumes the student got everything correct. So now they say you must write a function pass or not. So this is going to call the function, what is it called? Bool pass equals pass or not. Then we're going to pass in the two arrays, answer array and correct array. So it returns a bool. Could pass it by reference, but it's probably not wise. So now I just have to match. So let's loop through so this is where the magic is. I'm gonna loop through both these arrays at the same time. For int I is equals to 0, I smaller than well 25, I plus plus. So I'm gonna say answer array I, oh okay, it's a if statement. If the answer array is equals to correct array I, then count plus plus. So I need to declare a counter. Correct counter equals 0, which is an integer. And then I'm gonna return, no, at the end I'm gonna say if the correct counter is equals to 13 is greater or equals to 13, then return true, else return false. And that should be it. So obviously this won't work because there's syntax errors, I could tell. Display fitness, calculate BMI. We're on question 3. I'm trying to Oh, I broke something. Display fitness results in cushion 2. What did I do? Is it here? Oh gosh. Okay, cool. It works. Let me go back to question 2-3 and then include IOStream. What? Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. So it says answer array was declared in the scope. Answer array pass or not answer. What do you mean? Answer array here. Answer array. Where am I? Main.cpp answer array was not declared in the scope. Bool pass or not answer array. Here it is. Answer array is an array of characters. Oh, so I need to. I think I'm supposed to do this. I think this is how you declare an array. Yes, I think so. Let's just check here. Note, declared here, pass or not, char, answer array, char. Too many arguments to function, bool, pass or not, character. Too many arguments. Let me just Google this. How to pass character array to function in CPP. So it says oh, it's like this. Like that. Okay, I guess that worked. Okay, let me do this. If pass equals true, I'm gonna you pass else if pass else You failed. You passed. There we go. I just gave the same answers and questions to what's this? Illustrate a passing situation. This is where the magic happened. All right. Do you know what? I wanna just declare on Twitter that I am actually streaming. I never did. Computer's a bit, or my internet is a bit slow because I'm streaming. Okay, cool. I'm on question 3. I just did question 3. Cool. Now let's move on. And then question 4. I'm gonna create a new folder. Q4. Then I'm gonna say it's main.cpp include iostream int main return 0. We have A, B, and C. Okay. Declare two constants, namely num rows and num columns. Okay, wait. Okay, suppose we have two very similar two-dimensional arrays of type int, namely matrix A and matrix B. Okay, both have 5 rows and 6 columns. For every row of arrays, we have to determine how many of the corresponding elements are not the same. For every row of the arrays, we have to determine how many of the corresponding elements are not the same. We have to count how many times the integer in a specific position in the specific row of matrix A is not identical to an integer in the corresponding position in the corresponding row of matrix B. Declare two constants, namely num rows and num columns, where the number of rows What? I don't get what these people are saying. What are they saying? Declare two constants, namely num rows and num columns, where the number of rows and number of columns of the two-dimensional arrays are stored. Declare two constants, num rows and num columns, where the number of rows and the number of columns of the two-dimensional arrays are stored. Okay. Now B, declare two-dimensional arrays, matrix A and matrix B, in terms of num rows and num columns. Now C is where the magic is. Assume that the values have been assigned to all the elements of both arrays already. For each row, determine how many times the value in the same position of matrix A and matrix B are not identical, and display the number. Assume that the following declaration has been made: int and number not the same, number of non-identical values. Okay, that's easy. Well, it's easy, like it's not. I wonder how long it's gonna take me, but I need to visit the bathroom first, so just give me a second. I just got my microphone. One last stretch, one last hoorah, and we're done with this assignment. All right. Okay, so this question is not that difficult. It just requires some work. They really love num rows is 5 int num columns, which is 6, and then in here they say we must int matrix A. How do I declare two-dimensional arrays? I think it's like this. Then I'm gonna say num rows and then num. I think this is how I do it. Then similarly matrix B. Let me just go to question. Okay, so that works. All right. I did this. Now assume that the values are assigned to all the elements for both. I need to create a function. Create a function that will populate the values in the 2D arrays. So I'm gonna take a void populate randomly, and I wanted to take in a 2D array. For integer I equals 0 to the count num rows I plus plus, and then the code. Then I'm gonna go again for int j equals to j to the count num columns j plus plus code here. Okay, so obviously I'm trying to randomly populate insert generate random values from 1 to 10 in C++. We're going to use the srand and whatnot. Okay, include random. Then we're gonna say okay, get a random seed from the hardware here. Std random device rd, and then we're gonna say std empty 19937 gen RD and then we're going to define std uniform int distributor. Oh. One to 10, and then I'm gonna say matrix this is actually interesting. Okay, I'm gonna say matrix this needs to be passed by reference. Wonder if this works. Distribution is not declared in this scope. What? How do I declare a 2D array in C++? You know what, I'm thinking that this code is going to get me into trouble, I promise you. What? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, how to insert the values in the array after the declaration. Ah, okay. Let me just do this. This is nonsense though. I don't like this. It looks so ugly. Uh, okay, let's see what the problem. Wait. Let me just comment this out. Just see what the problem is here. Okay, so this works. Okay. So the problem is in here. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, 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 no. So what's the problem again? I'm gonna have to ask the AI why I'm getting this error. What's the difference between a constant expression and a constant? So a constant expression, compile time constant. Must have its value determined during compilation. It cannot rely on runtime information. When it is evaluated entirely at when is it entirely at compile time? What it does, it tells the compiler this value is known right now, optimize my code using it. Common use case defining array sizes, template arguments, or mathematical constants like pi. Okay, so const expr, and this will also be const expr, and then we'll compile this, and it runs now. Okay, and then let's just do this, and that runs as well. So that means that we can successfully populate this array. Now, what does the question say? It says that now we need to do the checking. Pass, how can I pass this by reference? Can I pass this array by ref? How can we pass it? Oh, the syntax requires parenthesize the reference. So I'll need to parameterize this like this, and then I'm passing it by reference. So I can now call populate matrix A and matrix B, and then after that populate randomly. Too many arguments. Wait, what? Okay, I'm confused. Let me just do this. Oh, okay, I need to call it, okay. Populate matrix A and then populate matrix B. Okay, and then determine how many times the values in the same position of matrix A and matrix B are not identical, and display the number. Now we have to determine how many LMs are out there. So I want to write a for loop here. Yeah, I'm just going to do it here. For int I goes to 0, I is smaller than. What am I doing? Okay, so I'm gonna say if I'm too locked in to think. Okay, if matrix A if matrix A I and J is equals to matrix B I and J, then count plus plus. So I have to declare a count variable. No, I have to int nr not same equals 0, and then nr not same, we have to increment that. That's what we're going to return. Oh no, I'm just gonna stdc out nr not same, well, whatever. Yeah, I wanna just print out certain things though. Let's just for visualization purposes, let's show the values. So I'm gonna say std c out matrix A, its value would be and then matrix B okay. I think I'm done. Let's see. Oh, okay. Actually, let me yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. Let's see. std c out std endline std c out number of same elements are the number of non-same elements are okay. So that's that. We have a working application, guys. We have successfully completed our assignment in under 2 hours. I mean, honestly, it was going to take a little bit longer than 2 hours because question 1 was kind of this calculation, or this calculate tax rate function. I basically copied it from the previous question, but I mean, they did ask us to use that function that we had written in the second assignment. So, and we did that, exactly that, and here it is. And everything else was typed by me. I wrote all of this, I wrote all of this, and I wrote all of this. Question 3 is question 4 is, I don't know, it's a bit interesting. What's interesting about this assignment, that's something I think I don't like, is the fact that they say assume that things are whatever. Why don't they just give us a matrix? Or why don't they just tell us that, hey, listen, generate random values and then proceed to, because if they're just saying assume that there are elements inside of these arrays, assume the values have been assigned to all elements in both arrays already. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to do? Should I randomly generate them, or in question 3 should I uh, like